Hallo, ich bin Kasturi. Ich lerne Deutsch seit 4, 5 Jahren. Ich liebe es, Deutsch zu lernen. Es ist meine erste Fremdsprache. This always happens. Aber ich liebe es. Ich liebe Hören, ich liebe Sprechen, ich liebe Deutsch lernen. But I took a break in between of learning German, and you should never ever leave German alone. Never. Pretty soon we'll do the entire video in German. If you are new to the channel, I'm Kasturi. We talk about traveling, speaking different languages, and today is a video about German. I love German. So the thing that I said before is that it's my first foreign language that I started learning, and it's not like it takes a lot of years to learn languages, but it's because I took a break in between of learning German. Learning German is so much fun, and it's such an interesting language that I cannot really explain in words how exciting the language is. People have this thought in their head that learning German is super difficult, the grammar is hard. Yes, it will take you a long time to learn the grammar, but it is super rewarding language. It will make you feel like a super cool person if you're learning a foreign language, and if it's German, this is how you can start. These are the things you will need when you're learning German, when you're just starting to learn German. Video. You need pencil, pens, and a red pen to mark something important. Then you need book. I finished so many books. You need books to write down things. Then you of course need a book which has all of your course in it. So yeah. And then you need time and motivation to continue studying. And of course you need coffee. That's it. The second most important thing that you have to do when you're learning a language is to set goals. To set goals as to how much time you are going to give to this particular language. Till what time do you want to complete certain kind of things, or certain levels, or certain chapters. Set your daily goals, set monthly goals or your weekly goals related to the languages. How much you want to cover if you are doing the written part or the speaking part or the grammar part. You need to put it in a proper format, so that you can keep looking at it all the time, kind of keep looking at your goals again and again. This is how I decide my goals when I first started, and I still do it, because setting your goals is really important when you're learning a foreign language. Your motivation here will play a really important part as to how much time you can put into learning this language. So there are different aspects to learn German or any foreign language related to speaking, to the listening, to the reading and the writing part. You need to focus on all of these parts in order to finally start speaking a foreign language. If you are a complete beginner, you will need books. Yes. And a mentor to guide you through learning languages. Reading in German is something that you can practice on every platform. Nowadays, because of social media, it has become very accessible to practice the reading part. I personally start the reading part through the books. If you are preparing for any of the international exams for German, you will require the books. You will require to read it, to practice your reading through the books as well. You can follow German bloggers. I will put in description some of my favorite Instagram bloggers, like even their captions, their stories, and you will come across so many different words and the vocab that you're already studying. This is a great kind of practice that you will have in terms of reading. So next, for the listening part, if you are a beginner, you can go for the Easy German podcast, which is on Spotify. Again, really very accessible, so you can listen to podcasts, you can follow YouTubers who are German or have German vlogs. Again, I will put it in description, all of the things that I'm talking about. Even if you're taking 1 hour out for learning a language, preferably in the mornings or in the evening, whenever you're free, whenever you're ready to learn a language. So you can do one chapter from your book that you have. Again, the same vocab, you need to practice the writing of it, the reading of it, practicing it with a teacher. Because you're a beginner, you need to be very clear with the basics. You need to be clear with the idea of how German is really important. That here, the beginning of your course or the beginning of your language learning process is really good, so that you have that motivation to continue it throughout. Writing again becomes very important when you're forming a sentence, when you are even thinking about it or listening to it. Putting it down in words on paper gets difficult if you are not very good with the other parts. So in each of the part, on each of the aspects of learning a foreign language, you are learning so much more and so much in depth. So that is why all the aspects are very important. The writing part is something that I'm obsessed with. I have already finished 2-3 books. So whenever you're learning a new chapter or a new topic, you will come across different vocab and new vocab sometimes. So what you can do is create small
cards, postcards,
placards, which are going to be very easy to carry around because it's going to stay in your head. It is important that you can write it down so you can just flip around and look at it. The speaking part, which is the most important part about learning languages, because speaking is why we are learning languages in the first place. Start speaking from the first day itself. If you are even learning hello, how are you, just use these words on a daily basis with everybody and anybody you meet. You can have your speaking practices with a teacher because that is when your corrections are going to happen. Even in terms of writing, when you're doing a writing practice, you're writing an essay, you want to see if you are correct or not so that you move forward. It's for your own good that you have a mentor or a teacher or a guidance to tell you if you're right, and then you can move on with another topic. It gives you a head start, it gives you a confidence of yes, I can speak in this language even if I'm a little bit wrong, but I can at least try. And this trying is going to be only if you can actually communicate with a person in that language. So that was about it. This is how you can start learning German if you are a beginner, or if you want to learn the language, here is how you can start. I hope the video helps you. So if you want to start learning with the teacher, and if you want to even practice your speaking if you are already learning, you can check out awaywego.com. The link is in the description. We have professionally qualified teachers to help you and to guide you in your language journey. And it's going to be a live lecture. It's not going to be something that is pre-recorded or something that is recorded. See you next time. Also, subscribe to the channel if you like the video. Check out our other videos as well. Subscribe, like, share it, comment, and just share it. Okay, bye. Tschüss. Auf Wiedersehen.